Gonna get the stream started. Let's do this. Yeah, all right.
You make me smile. Seems like the world completely stops when you're near. When you're near.
Yes.
At least for a while.
What is going on, family?
Girl, my cloudy
It's a beautiful Friday today, isn't it? Welcome. Let me go over here and get Facebook set up. You know, always got to get us revved up, get us in the groove, get us in the moment, get our Facebook family good to go, and then we'll get busy this evening. So yeah. And while I'm doing that, y'all groove out. Come on there, yeah. Do just like that man doing right there. Get it. Get it.
And though I try to ignore the signs, I can't.
Oh.
So high on love, ain't no coming down. You make it hard for me to entertain the thought of someone else under me. To compare, to stare, they gotta be something, baby. Cause I know that they don't make them quite like you.
Right.
I have to tell myself I don't want nobody else.
Understand you for a reason.
So easy to leave it, but the sun will never shine till your presence parts the skies. Is this love that I'm feeling? I'm in love with you. Come on, come on. Feels good, right?
What is going on, Facebook?
Girl, I think I'm in love with you. My voice is not the same when you're around. And though I try to ignore the signs, I can't. What you do that's got me 10 feet off the ground.
Make
I'm
sure
so
what's
high
happening
on
here.
love, ain't no coming down. I can't imagine life without you, girl. I need you like my lungs need air to breathe.
I gotta do this here.
There's a
Let's
Jones
see
down
here.
in my bones for you. My lonely heart now beats for two, it beats.
You know what? I don't know what it always does. Facebook's always like that. So let me just do this.
My voice is not the same when you're around. And though I try to ignore the signs, I can't.
There we go. So now we should have
Ain't no coming down.
both YouTube and Facebook in the building. Good evening, everybody. Yes, yes. What is happening? There we go. So now we should have. Oh, I don't know why they're doing that. Hold on. Both YouTube and Facebook in the building. Good
It is
evening,
telling me I need to cut
everybody.
this off.
Yes, yes.
We are going to switch.
All right. Now I'm off. Now I'm not hearing echo again. All right. Gotta love the tech. Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? Miss Barkdale says, first time catching me live. Well, hey, it's the first time for everything, right? Glad you're here live. Nene, I see you, DJ Tax Guy. That may be something new, right? Shout out to my brother-in-law, Marquise Green, R&B recording artist who allows me to use that song royalty and copyright free, so I ain't got to worry about it with YouTube. So much appreciate that. Man, how are you? How is everybody? How was your week? How was your good? Who's checking in? Miss Brillan's Techno Writing, good to see you back. Missed you last week. Maria, what's going on? Had such a good mastermind session this morning, Maria and I. So glad she came through. Harris Inc., I see you there. Chanel P, ready to learn. Yeah, we're going to talk about sales this evening. David Price finally made it to a live. That's not about to end. Hey, better late than never. I always say if you hear, right? We always catch the replay. Alicia, good to see you. Let's see here. China Berry says hello, good evening. Hello from the MI from Michigan. Okay, good. Earl, good evening. So glad that everybody is here this Friday, right? That means you made it through another week. Despite the challenges that the week possessed, you are here with your favorite uncle cousin. So a lot to talk about tonight. So let me go ahead and kick the intro video. And when we get back, we'll get busy. You know how we do. So let's go. Yeah, baby, back in the building once again. It gives me such a great pleasure as always to welcome you to the Friends and Families Fellowship Friday. You know, I finally got it right, man. I feel so good. Finally got it right. For those of you who may not know who I am, you just happen to be on YouTube or Facebook and saw a live notification. Was like, well, who is this guy? Let me check him out. I am, oh, it didn't even come up. Well, I guess so. Things, technical issue. I'm Tyrone Gregory, your favorite uncle cousin, the self-employed tax guy, and you are watching me live. And as always, our titles aren't working today. That's okay. Nephew is in the building. I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself so we can move on to the content.
I'm on your show.
You on my show? Oh, well, this is, get this chair out the way. My middle child. Right, this is my middle child. For those of you who may not know who he is, Christian Gregory, the firstborn son. Right, call him my young prince, but he's an actor. He's a comedian. He's always funny at home, shy on camera, and he helps me out in the comments. For those who don't know, so if any comments are missed, or if any comments don't make it through the screen, we blame this one here because he's in control of letting me know who asked what question, who said what, who does what, and things of that nature. So that is who this guy is. I'm proud of this guy here. Straight honor roll student, puts work first, maybe because I force him to, but I'm glad that I do because the results are well, right? Very, very educated as all of my children are. And this one here, just the one who decides to come and work with me. So I appreciate him being here. And yeah, anything you want to say to your family?
Nah.
Not tonight? Okay, we're going to get to the back and get busy because we got a lot to talk about. Man, Sketches to Design, good to see you. We haven't seen you here, but it's good to see you back. So glad, yes, been catching live in a minute. Man, oh, it has been a week for your favorite uncle cousin. Don't get me wrong. Let me, I do want to check something here. All right, yeah, okay, we good. It has been a week. It has been a long week. The week is not over. I think for this last month, things are revving up as opposed to revving down, but that's great because January's coming, which means tax season is coming, which means that you need to be prepared. Get all your documents right now. Do not wait till January 1st to get your documents. Get everything right now. All right, so with that being said, I feel like I had a whole bunch of things. I should have wrote it down. But I had something completely different tonight that I was supposed to talk about. But as life happens, you know, you have to pivot. And the only reason I'm changing tonight's topic, because I don't know if for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know that these last couple of days I've just been ranting, right? Ranting about everything that everybody is showing me, everything that everybody is telling me. You know, the LLC tribe is running rampant, trying to get everybody to get their LLCs before the end of the year, and everybody's like, well, should I not? And I'm like, it was mind-blowing. Had conversations with people about getting documents together and doing things, and it's like, we got work to do. Right? Come 2021, we should be going towards really being sustainable businesses, really being true entrepreneurs, right? Really getting our businesses together. Okay. So based on my last rant about, minding your business, right? That was what my last rant was about on Instagram. I took to IG Live. And the reason I only did the mind your business is because we have this tendency to look at what other people are doing and say, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And I am okay with that, right? Because that's where we get our aspirations from. Well, if Jordan was a good ball player, then I can be a good ball player, right? If LeBron could be a good ball player, then I can be a good ball player. And what's your favorite dude name? Kevin Durant, right? Like, we all need people that we need to look up to have aspirations, right? And I'm okay with that. But when it comes to your business, when it comes to your finances, it don't always work that way. Did you call me? Yeah. Say, what's up? Huh? Oh, we got super chat? Somebody did super chat? Okay, cool. Who did super chat? Oh, yeah. Appreciate that, Miss Hope. I appreciate that super chat. Thank you so very much. Can't complain. I love those things there. So what I do, high five. High five. Boom. For the super chat. Matter of fact, let me do a little bit of. Yeah. That's what we do for the super chatters, baby. Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. But when it comes to, like I said, minding your business, right? That was my rant. Mind your business. Not in a negative way, like, mind your business, stay out of mind type thing, but literally mind your business. Tend to your business, because what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. And we take that on internally. We do all these things trying to be like the next person. And then when you sit down with your tax professional or your CPA or whoever it is, you realize that what worked for them does not work for you, and now you stuck. Now you owe. Now you're in trouble. Now you can't focus on your business. You can't move forward because you were trying to do what you saw somebody else do. Okay? Mind your business. Tend to your business. Stay in your lane, and you'll be all right. And when I was thinking about these things, about us trying to do what other people do, us really trying to get all these LLCs and S Corps, C Corps and all this stuff, and I'm like, I completely just changed what I wanted to talk about. I'm going to say that, right? Because my mind was blown. It was just like, what? What is going on? Like, I know influencers, right? They make this information sound very appeasing because they blanket it, they surround it with entertainment. It looks fun, or there was a cute video, or there was an entertaining video. And in that message was the idea of you need to do these things to be successful. And I get that I'm not that popular, right? Because I'm not that entertaining. The most you get from me is the music in the beginning and, excuse me, maybe a little humor. I'm not that entertaining. I have to agree that I am not that creative. Okay, so when it comes to social media, you really don't see me on there a lot. I'm trying to get better. Okay, I'm trying to really improve. Right, I'm working through it. My daughter's going to help. My son is going to help. Like, we're going to be a family thing. My wife has decided she wants to be the creative director. Don't know what that means, but hey, if it can help with my social media presence, I'm all for it. All right. So that's what tonight is based on. I want us to grow, develop, make money. All right. Like, raise your hand in the chat if you want to make money. I want to know. I'm gonna take a water break. I'm gonna wait for y'all to put in the chat how many of you really want to make money in 2021. That's just a question right there. While I take a water break, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. And while I'm waiting, okay, I see some hands going on. Yeah, definitely want to make money. Ms. Hope says, Uncle Vin, good to see you. You're here, yes. right? Brilliant. I said, yes, please make money. All right, good. A lot of hands going on over there on that side. Miss Samantha Royal, I see you waving over on the Facebook side. Good to put her hands way, so many ways. Want to make money? Absolutely. Okay. Good to see everybody. Wendy Mohammed, good evening. Good to see you guys here checking in. Waving hands. A lot of hands being waved, right? Because that's the goal. We want to make money. Now, the question is, well, not the question. If you want to make money, an LLC is not going to do it for you. Forming an entity does not make you money, okay? Just like last week, like should you buy it, buying things for the purposes of saving taxes does not make you money, okay? There's so many things that people want you to buy. You know what, another thing, I'm going to be here real quick because buying information, buying courses that sound good, but and I mean, it's just okay to buy, but if you buy it, go through it, and you do not implement it, that does not make you money. Understand that. So with that in mind, knowing that our goal is to make money, there is one thing that you need to do to make money. One thing. And it's something that most people don't like because they're uncomfortable with it. So tonight I want to go ahead and address that as much as possible. And that is sales. If you want to make money, you have to sell something. If we don't sell, we don't make money. Okay? You can have the greatest LLC in the world, right? You can have the greatest corporation structurally, right? Meaning that it's put together and everything, all the documents, all the paperwork, everything is in place. You can have all of that. But if you don't sell something, what's the point? Ain't gonna make no money. Okay? So doing all these things, right? Even buying, you can buy the best equipment. You can buy the greatest thing out there. But if you don't sell something, you're not going to make any money. And I know sales is a hard thing to digest. A lot of people are fearful. I don't want to sell. I don't know how to sell. I don't want to be seen as the sleazy salesperson. I don't want to be seen as the car salesman. I hate sales. Well, I get it. I worked in sales for, years, honestly, and I hated it. But the reason I hated it is because I didn't know how to do it. It wasn't until I left the sales, I was in retail sales. I worked for T-Mobile selling cell phones. And I hated going to that job because the sales, and I had to meet this quota and all this stuff. It really got to me. But it's when I left that job, started becoming an entrepreneur, and understood that sales is an important part of my growth and development as a company, as an individual, as a business owner, I had to look at it like, okay, I don't like it. Why? Why don't I like sales? So I started to really dive into the psychology of sales and understood that the only reason I didn't like sales is, one, because I didn't understand it. And then two, is because of my perception of it. The things that I saw when it came to sales, the things I heard people say about sales, and that kind of got into my spirit, and it was like, yeah, I don't like it either. But it wasn't until I took a deep dive and understood it. So tonight, we are going to go through how to increase your sales, because that is the only thing that you are going to do to make money. You can't just get your product or service, put it on social media, and expect to sell. That's not how it works. Okay, that's exposure. To me, that's marketing. And understand this. And I'll take slack for whatever, but I will defend my position. Marketing and sales are not the same thing. And I know the social media marketers and, we're a marketing agency and we do this. They don't make the sales. It's not the same thing. So understand that marketing and sales are different. And because they're different, you have to have a different strategy for both. You have to have a marketing strategy and you also must have a sales strategy. We got the marketing thing. Like, we focus on the marketing because we think the marketing is what's going to really drive the sales. No, what marketing does is expose our brand to potential customers. Marketing is like, hey, here's a brand. Look at it. It's nice. It's crisp. It's hydrating. It has beautiful colors. That's marketing. It just exposed you to the brand. And you like, as a consumer, yeah, it looks nice. I like the design. It's cool. Yeah, I guess if I get thirsty, I'll try it. That's what marketing does. It exposes your brand to the consumer, and the consumer is just now aware that you exist, which is good. I'm not knocking marketing. I'm not at all. It's equally as important as sales. Matter of fact, in the business course I'm working on, there's this whole segment. Y'all know I'm a big comic fan. Like, there's a segment I say marketing is Batman, sales is Superman, and we kind of see how they're both on the same team and how they win when they realize their roles and come together. But I want to start there. We do a lot of marketing. Now we got to shift from marketing to sales. You do a lot of marketing, it exposes your brand to your particular customer, that's good. But how are we going to, and this is the sales terms, convert them into customers, right? Conversion rates. That's where sales kick in. And I know a lot of marketers talk about this, if your conversion rates are low, that's because you're not selling, you're marketing. You're exposing them to your brand. That's it. Sales is different, so it requires something different. All right. And tonight, I'm going to, like I said, again, kind of briefly go through the core things of what you need, because we don't have a whole lot of time to really go through everything. Like, I put together a whole entire course on sales and never released it. I don't know why. It was just something I had to get out of me, right? But what we're going through tonight is some of the content from that course, right? It's called Sales from Square One. Don't look for it. You ain't gonna find it. I took it down. It's archived somewhere, and I might bring it back. I don't know. But it's important, just based on the rant that I have. Like, if you take anything away from tonight, your call to action is going to be develop a sales strategy. Don't focus on LLCs. Don't focus on spending money and getting the best thing. Focus on sales. 2021 is all about bringing the bottom line up, and we're going to do this through sales. So before I go, any comments, Christian, that I need to get in? Yeah, Ms. Price said I had to zoom in for the seriousness effect. Yes, right? You gotta know that I'm serious about this. Oh man. All right, so let me bring up the presentation here. You understand? Samantha says, I will make money, more than enough to take care of my family and help those in need. That's what I'm talking about, purpose. Purpose-driven sales. All right, so let me I'm getting it set up for you guys. Give me a second here. All right, so let me put the desktop up here so you can see. Because this is what we're talking about tonight. As in the usual fashion, for me, I always have to define it first. So we're going to define, what is sales exactly. And the definition, as you can see, sales is the exchange of a commodity for money, or it is the action of selling something. So simply put, okay, sales is an exchange. That's really all it is. When we put it to the core, and what I'm doing right now, the first half of this is really breaking down the psychology of sales, because we have to get over our fear of sales in order to sell something and make money. That's why we're in business. That's why we exist. That's our purpose as entrepreneurs, is to sell. So we can't sell if we're scared of it. So we're going to get to the psychology. So simply put, a sale is an exchange, okay? Meaning, you have what they want and they have what you want. You have something someone wants, and in exchange, they are going to give you something for it. Simply an exchange. And money is usually what you want in exchange, but sometimes, you can exchange for a hug and a kiss. That's me. My daughter's very good at that. She's very good and be like selling me, and in exchange, I just simply get a hug and a kiss. So my kids are working me like that, right? I just wanted to kind of put that out there. But back to the screen here. Also, understand this. And then here's the first things first. Here is the first thing that I really want you to dig in. Sales is problem solving. Okay? I'm going to leave that there for a minute. But if I'm going to leave it here while I talk, this is the part that I want you to get. This is the part that should change your entire perception about sales. This is the part that if you understand this, you can change your entire trajectory in your business, trajectory moving upward. If you understand this, that sales is problem solving. This is a mentality that we have to adapt. If you've ever felt uncomfortable about a sale, then you have misunderstood the concept that you are simply solving a problem. Don't think of yourself as a salesperson. No, you're simply solving a problem for someone or offering someone a solution. Think about it. We all buy. Money is exchanging every second of the day. There is an exchange. Okay? As a matter of fact, let me zoom in, because I want you to understand this. There is money exchanging every second of the day. Right now, as we're talking, somebody is making a purchase. But the goal is to have them exchange that money with you. That's the goal. It's already happening. You don't have to do nothing. A sale is going to happen. But you want the sale to happen with you. That's the goal. Don't be afraid of it. Understand you are solving a problem. Very simple. All right. I'm going to put it back on it because I want you to really let that set in. Okay. You are not a pusher of a product like, forget that song, Freddie's dead, right? I'm in the alley. I'm your pusher man, right? That's not what's happening. You are solving a problem. And I think from my understanding, from my conversations with people, when I was doing the research on sales, people don't want to be manipulative. right? It's when you feel that you've gotten something in a manipulative way. For those of us who have a conscience, it eats away at it, right? Like, yeah, he did, but I think I got it the wrong way, and or you feel like you got to lie to get people to buy something, like the shady salesmen do. If people are shady in sales, it's because they don't know how to do it, or they don't believe in the product that they're selling. So therefore, they're just in it just to get money, and therefore they will lie to do so. I don't think nobody's here is like that, right? You offer your product or service because you believe in it. It's yours. And you believe in your heart that it's going to solve a problem. That's the reason why you got into the business. You saw a need and was like, man, this is missing in this market. Here I am to bring what's missing to this market. I'm here to solve that problem. This is what my product or service does. So you don't have to feel guilty about anything. It's yours. So I'm saying that when you are talking to people or trying to get people interested, right? The marketing has done its job. It's exposed them to your brand. They now know your brand exists. Now you have to get in and sell because they want to know, yeah, your brand exists, but why should I buy from you? Especially in today's market. Let's think about that. Most of the things that we're doing, we're not the only one doing. I'm not the only one doing videos about taxes and LLCs and things like that. Absolutely not. Right? I know a lot of people are into the beauty and t-shirts, things like that. There's a lot of people out there selling beauty products. A lot of people selling t-shirts. I was having a conversation with Stan Banks, and he was like, t-shirt businesses are a dime a dozen now. Everybody's doing it. So how do you stand out? How do you separate yourself? How do you increase your revenue when everybody's doing it? You sell. You got to get used to the sales. You literally are solving a problem. So don't look at sales as I'm forcing somebody to buy my stuff. No, bro, you're here because you recognize you have a problem, and I'm here because I recognize I have the solution to your problem. So let's talk. Let's see how I can solve your problem, right? I'm not here to push anything on you. Okay, I'm here because, again, like the consumer know that there's a problem that they're trying to solve, and your goal is to say, here is my solution. Perfect example. This week I've been looking for portable green screens just because I want to experiment with some stuff. And like I have a green screen or a green sheet. I have one, a big one, but here's my problem. It's a sheet. And for those of you who ever worked with green screens, you know that it can't have wrinkles in it. It has to be draped up and stretched out. It can't be, flex and all that stuff. It has to be a certain way. So I don't have time to iron it, bring it here to the office, set up the poles, drape it over the poles, make sure that it's stretched out so there is no wrinkles, light it up. That's a problem. So I'm looking online for portable green screens. And trust me, when I go online, you can go to Amazon, type in portable green screen, there's 1,000 options that come up. But guess what? Nobody's selling it to me. They're marketing. Why? Because I see that it exists. I see it, but my question to people who are trying to solve my problem is, why should I buy yours versus theirs? Like, why should I buy the newer brand versus the Elgato brand, right? Nobody's selling nowadays. They're just throwing some images up and hoping that you buy. Well, that's where we are going to separate ourselves. This is how we are going to dominate the market, because we are literally going to sell. Yes, there's a way to do it digitally. All right. So keep that in mind. I know I stayed there for longer than I wanted to. I apologize, but I just wanted to make sure we knew. So Today's lesson is all about building relationships, overcoming objections. One of the main things that really makes people get butterflies in their stomach when it comes to sales is the objections. So we're going to talk about those objections. 3, motivation. I know you're thinking like, how does motivation work with sales, right? But we'll get to that. 4 is understanding how customer service. Again, you probably wondering, how does customer service even come into play when we're talking about sales? And then finally, asking for the sale. So before we get in, because I'm feeling already, talking a lot there, huh? Yeah, parched a little bit. Let me grab me some water. And question, let me just, if I drink water and I show this here, this bottle, are you thirsty? Is this wonderful way of doing things? Is this making you want to get some water? Is it making you want to get this brand of water, right? This is alkaline water, right? Supposed to be, right? Yeah, I think this is supposed to be alkaline water, but that's what it is. Are you thirsty? By me doing this here, by me simply sitting here drinking water? Exactly. Are you thirsty? Think about that as we go through that. Think about that. So let's get to the first one here. Okay. So we talk about ask for the sale. Let me pull it up. So I want to drink it here. So after we ask for the sale, let's go ahead and get to the first one. Developing relationships. Now, how much time I got? I'm gonna have to rush through this. I'm gonna rush through it. This part right here, this right here, developing relationships. This is the single most important aspect to increasing your sales. And there's a very specific reason why, okay? And here it is. People buy from friends first. Think about in your daily life, in your daily intake, in your daily activities, when you want something, a majority of the time, when you want something, who do you ask first? People you know. You go to your friends and be like, man, I'm looking for this. Have you tried it? Have you had any experience with it? What do you know somebody who has it? Maybe I can test it out, ask them questions. You go to your friends first. For a majority of them. Some people just go to Google or Amazon. But even if you go to Amazon, that's just the research part. That's just the beginning. You may see it and then ask somebody what they think. You still go to your peers. So if you have a product and or service, you want to build relationships with your particular audience. I'm gonna give an example. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me put it out here for sure. So here's an example that I took a screenshot of from Facebook. Friend of mine was looking to get a garage door, and look, we can see right here. It says, "Hey, Facebook friends, looking to get a sectional garage door and a vinyl gate. Any suggestions / recommendations?" And this ain't Photoshop. This is actually, I took a screenshot because it was a perfect example. We ask our peers first. So it's imperative that we, as business owners, make relationships with our potential clients. Using myself as a case study, I started this tax company. I've been in the game for over a decade, but on my own, 1,000% on my own, started January 1st, 2020. And I did absolutely no advertising, none at all. I built my I built my client base, my customers, by building relationships. And I did it online. Okay, so yes, sales is important. That face-to-face interaction is important, but also you can do it online. building relationships. Build relationships. Why? Because relationships equal trust. We don't get into relationships with people we don't trust. So if you have a relationship, trust is there. They trust you. They trust your brand. And they're more likely to say, hey, I'll deal with you because I trust you. Think about it. I'm in finance. I'm in taxes. People give me their personal financial data. I see birth dates, socials. I know their kids' information. I have everything. You have to trust me in order for me to do my job. You have to. Trust is important. Same with anything that you do, anything that you sell, they have to trust that you are going to solve their problem. So you have to build that relationship. That is the first step in doing sales. It's about the relationship. Build it, build trust. And then we'll see what happens. Again, I know we got a lot, so I want to kind of get to it. And here's another thing, a concept of why you want to get in a relationship, because there's something, a customer versus a client. Think of the customer as a single faceless transaction versus a client is a repeat buying all the time, telling all their friends. We call them super fans, right? Like Pat Flynn has a book called Super Fans, and it really talks about converting your casual customer into a raving client. But you can only do that with a relationship, right? If you have a customer because they saw your post on Instagram and the imagery appealed to them and maybe a little bit of the copy, so they bought. Okay, yeah, cool. I bought it. That was one time. But when you have a client, because you built that relationship, not only do they buy it at one time, they buy again and again and again, and then they go tell their friend like, hey, you need to check this product out. I'm using it. It works for me. It'll work for you. You just got free marketing because you built a relationship with one person and now they bring it on somebody else. Absolutely free. That's how you sell. Build that relationship first, okay? Now, let's talk about overcoming objections. The hand, the palm, this one right here. Overcoming objections is not just about accepting no. All right, that's what I want to deal with, right? Like, of course, you know, back in the day, the hardcore sales training, Brian Tracy, all of them kind of guys, you know, they would get up and say, I eat no's for breakfast in the morning. If you're a salesperson, no's is the breakfast of champions. You want to go out and eat 1,000 no's before the day. Make it a habit. You want to go out and just hear no all the time. That was the old school sales training. And I get it, because I still kind of agree with that. Like, that's the way to get over it. You go get your no's. Go get them. Still eat your no's for breakfast. That's just the mentality to adapt. But when it comes to your business, when it comes to your product or service, a no does not mean that they don't like it. And I think that's one of the things that really scares us about sales is like, oh, I hope they like my product. Or, oh, what if they don't like my product? And all the time, a no does not mean that they don't like it. Sometimes no simply means that I need more information. Sometimes no, or should I say oftentimes, not sometimes, oftentimes no means that something was missing. There was something that I didn't get enough of. There was something that I didn't see. Something did not connect when you were telling me, because think about it, in order to be objected, you had to have been in the presence of that customer at the time when they were looking for a solution for their problem, right? That's how you get an objection. Somebody was looking for a solution for their problem. They came across you, the interaction happened, and they said no. That's the only way to get an objection. So it's not like they are not in need of a solution. They are. But if they objected, it simply means that something was not said enough. There was a piece of information there. They just couldn't make the connection. So it's not to say that you have a bad product or a bad service. It just means that we have to figure out, okay, what did we not say? Was something missing, right? So a lot of times when people say no, I say, okay, I understand. Well, why? What happened? I don't just say, they say no, and I'll be like, okay. No, we don't walk away when they say no. We're like, okay, well, tell me why. What happened? Because maybe I missed something. Maybe you needed, what is this here? 1 quart. And I was only mentioning that, it's only 8 ounces. You were like, yeah, I need water, but you only have 8 ounces and I need a quart. Well, wait a minute. I apologize, I have a quart available. Oh, okay, well then I'll take it. So no or objection is not all the time, I don't like you. We can't take objections. Side story. I have my wife now because I don't take objections. When I first met my wife, she was like, boy, if you don't leave me alone, nope. What you mean, leave you alone? But I don't get that, right? I didn't take no for an answer. Every time I called her, she ignored. I called again. She gave me her number, right? How did I get it? Right? So I got my wife because I overcame objections. And that's what I want you to do, not with the wife or whatever. But yeah, I mean, well, for those single guys, if you see that woman, you overcome that objection. I'm just saying, side note. Okay, back on track, because I can go off. Overcome the objection, okay? Make sure that you understand everything. Don't walk away from a no. Get the information that was missed. And even if you don't get the sale, it's still valuable that you asked the question, because now you know what was missing so you can improve it the next time. And that can be the sales pitch, that can be the copy, that can be the product itself. Because maybe it's a good product, but the packaging was off. Maybe it's a good service, but it was missing a piece. So maybe you didn't get the sale that very moment, but the information you received as a result of that objection is invaluable. So again, when they say no, don't just drop your head, stick your hands in your pocket and walk away. Don't do that. Get the information as to why. Go back, reconstruct, do it again. All right. Next, motivation. And this here's the part right here, motivation. You have to motivate people towards the outcome, right? Like, they have to know the outcome, and you have to motivate them to see that, right? They need to know why. Kind of like, I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, P90X or any of them home workout programs, but they didn't sell the equipment. Think about it. They sold the result. They motivated people to buy by showing, look, you have a problem. The problem is you don't like the way you look. The problem is you want more out of your body. The problem is this. Well, here is the result. On the P90X, everybody on there was ripped. 6, 8 packs. Pecs was booming. The women very toned and in shape. Once you saw that, you was very motivated. Kind of like what I said, what I did here. If you are hot, if it was dead in the summer, you in Vegas in the desert somewhere, and I come in with this ice cold water, and I say, do you want this? Is that not a motivation? Why? Because you want the result. You see me, I'm cool. I'm not sweating. I'm hydrated. I feel good because I got nice, cool, crisp water. And you are where I want to be. This is your motivation. I want that result, right? So in that instance, motivated people buy. Okay? Think about how Apple, how does Apple, let me blow it up here. How does Apple get this many people inside their store? How do Apple have people standing in line for days to get a new product? How do they do it? Apple motivates people like it's crazy. Do you need this phone? Like, my kids, I need a new phone. Why? Why do you need a new phone? What's wrong with that one? Yeah, you're right. Apple motivated you. That's exactly what they did. Apple makes people do that. They motivate people. Like, and if you think about Apple products, Apple commercials, their commercials are just show their product with people having fun. But that's the thing. That is the absolute thing. They show the result. If you have this phone, you're going to smile like me. You're going to be in the company of these kind of people. You're going to put these earphones on and walk down the street and dance and groove and not pay attention to the environment around you. That's the result. That's the motivation. So how can you motivate people to buy your product? You have to show them the result. Again, don't just throw a post up on Instagram and say, ooh, look at this. That don't work, right? You have to show, I was going to say something, but I don't want to put nobody on blast. You have to show the result. If you can't show the result, people are not going to buy because they're not motivated. And here's the thing about motivation. I'm going to put it back up here. The definition of motivation is a strong reason to act. Leave that there. Motivation means a strong reason to act. If you motivate somebody, you are almost compelling them to buy. You're giving them a strong reason. But you got to show it. I only got a few minutes left, so I'm about to breeze through this. The next one, customer service. And what I mean by customer service is the follow-up. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'm going to come back to customer service because I want to get to this one here. Let me skip. We got enough time. Before you get to the customer service, this here is the main focus. This one. Close the deal. Ask for the sale. I'm begging you. Don't go through this entire process of building a relationship, of motivating people, of overcoming an objection, only to get to the end and not ask for the sale. That's backwards. I was going to say a cuss word backwards, but my mama might be watching. I don't want to use profanity. But don't go through all of this, get to the end, and not ask for the sale. Practice with somebody. Practice with a friend or a family member. Get used to asking for the sale. I've seen and heard so many people go through this great presentation, get the person involved, get the result, get them pumped up like, yeah, oh yeah, this is for me. This is good. And be like, all right, I'm going to have somebody reach out to you to finish the product. No, don't. And the reason why you don't want to do that, because in that moment, they're motivated, they're strong, they're ready to buy, and you hand it off to somebody else, life gets in the way, right? Life will happen and be like, they'll wait, and then that person may take a couple of days to get to them. About the time they get to them, they be like, you know what, I don't want it no more. You know, and it's not the fact they don't want it no more. They just start thinking like, man, you know, do I really need this? Maybe I should pay for this instead of that. Maybe I should do it. It's like, no. That's the part where I said you got to get in your mind. You're a problem solver. Like, look, you had this problem. And you know that my product or service is the solution for the problem. So don't wait to solve your problem. Get it now. That's not manipulation. That is problem solving. Because if they didn't have the problem, they wouldn't be interacting with you in the capacity of a business owner who's offering a solution in the first place. So we have to get into the habit where people, when they're ready to buy, okay, let me get your credit card. Let's get you signed up right here, right now, today. And that seems to be the most difficult part of all of this, is asking for the sale. But I don't see why. You went through all that, closed the deal. Going back to using my wife for an example. We went through a lot in the beginning, right? Because I didn't take no. We built a relationship, overcame the objection. You know how I sealed the deal? I got down on my knee. Marry me. And here we are some years later. That's why I got all these gray hairs too. They hurt my children. But I'm saying, don't go through all of that and not close the deal, not ask for the sale. We have to learn to ask for the sale. Practice. If you're not comfortable with sales, practice. Get somebody, close them on something. Close somebody on dinner. Ask somebody to buy whatever it is that you need to do. Practice closing the deal. Don't hand it off. When somebody's in that moment, you are solving their problem. You are doing them a favor. You are doing them good. Get it right then and there. Don't wait. Absolutely not. Remember, sales are happening all the time. Transactions are happening right now, this very second. Somebody just made a sale. The goal is to make that person be you that they just made the sale with. And once you do that, you increase it. Another thing you can do is if you feel you're not good at sales, you don't have time to sell, hire a salesperson. Hire somebody who is good at sales. Come up with a commission structure, right? Even if you had to pay them 50%, which is rather high. But 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. But we have to sell. So again, if you're not comfortable with sales, then hire a salesperson. And there's like I said, this was just a snippet of the course, and I'm trying not to go too deep because this course was forever. But there's so many things involved in that. But focus on the sale. And I know I skipped the customer service part because right now I got about 2 minutes. But here's the customer service part. The customer service part, it seals the deal. The customer service is once they made the seal to avoid buyer's remorse. Follow up with them. How was it? How are you enjoying it? Is there anything that we can do for you at this present moment? Right? It's the follow-up. It provides that like, oh man, this right here is cool. I appreciate that. We just don't know how far a 2-minute phone call or an email to somebody to follow up with them will last. That's normally why people, again, going back to the first part, building their relationship, when you come in with the customer service and be like, hey, I'm just checking in on you. Wow. I've done that personally. I got emails from, now that I know that some of it's automated, it's not as genuine, but even still, I'm happy because they thought of me enough to put me in their database. So I'm like, cool, they thought about me. So now if I know, like with the dentist office, my dentist is over here. I appreciate the personal connection. The customer service is the best because customers talk with their feet, meaning that they ain't got to tell you they like their product. When they walk, that tells you enough right there. So provide that customer service. And then finally, don't forget, ask for the sale. Get it. After everything that's said and done, get that sale. All right. And I do believe that's it. See you on the next one, yeah, for as far as that goes. So, right at 7 o'clock, right? Yeah, I got about a minute left. So, any comments, my good sir? Got to make sure I'm here there. Okay. Christian, any comments for me? You did? I didn't see it. Didn't that come on the screen? Send it again.
Your name might be glitched, friend.
Huh? What comment was it?
Are you getting any?
I'm not.
I sent you like 3 or 4.
You did? Oh, well, maybe it's not working for me. Who said it?
Oh, well, good information, thank you.
Well, come on up here. Cause we about to close out anyway. So just come on up and you can bring the tablet with you. So
Big stuff. Oh, I'm gonna put
all the stuff up here. Woo! Man, so how? Y'all gonna go out and sell something now? That's what I want to know. 2021 increased your sales. That's what we gonna do. What we got?
I was gonna put that one up there.
Oh. Yeah, it says, great video. My mom will be proud. No profanity necessary. Absolutely. Mom's probably watching. Gotta make sure I do that.
Just go ahead.
Let's see. Sonia D. Bright from the EA says, great info. Appreciate you being here. I'm not sure what's happening. Like, what is going on with our messenger app? Technology today just ain't doing nothing here. It's all right. We'll fix it for next time. So, man, let's go through here. Woohoo! Maria says, I always believed in building relationships. With me on that. Had a friend texting me that you knew. That's good. Moti Warburg says, I won a software engineer business. Right now, I sell all my products at one-time price. Thinking of converting it to the SAS model. Okay. And selling products for a monthly subscription. You know what? That's good. Monthly subscriptions are now becoming the new thing. So definitely look into it, okay? And that was for Moti Warburg. I see that one here. Let's see here. Let's see what else did we miss. I see a lot of chat going on with each other, man. That's a beautiful thing I love about this community. The way that y'all chat and engage with each other, it warms my heart every single time, okay? So I know we was experiencing some very technical issues tonight. Some things didn't want to work, especially as far as with the chat. So if there was any questions that I may have missed, by all means, let me know. See a bunch of people here, took awesome notes.
That was glitching.
Huh?
Even that was glitching.
Even that was glitching. It was doing some things. But yeah, so y'all know y'all can always leave a comment on the video and I'll be able to come back. Why are you trying to push me to the side? You want to just be in my spotlight so we can share the mic? All right. What else? So this next Friday, the 18th, that's going to be the last live stream of the year. Wow. Man, this year has been a year for me of great reveal, great revelations. You know, today is the 11th. So on the 1st of December, I took to my management company the rent check or the cashier's check for the rent, for the lease of this building, for the lease of this office. And it felt good. And I'm going to tell you why it felt good. Because I didn't think I could ever do it. I was scared out of my mind on January 1st when I signed the lease for this building. I'm like, am I going to be able to maintain this for an entire year? I've never done it before. I've always worked from home. Now here I am about to lease an office. Can I do it? Am I going to be able to do this for the year? And on December 1st, I handed them the cashier's check for the 12th time in a row with no issue. It felt good. and I'm ready to do it again and do more come 2021. The thing of it is, I want y'all to do it with me. If I level up, I want you to level up right there with me. Every step I take, I want you to take because it's only going to get you closer to your goal. The reason now, I have a service, right, but I really haven't sold anything. Next year, I'm now developing products that I am going to sell. Sales is the key, my people. Sell something. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about objections. Don't worry about anything. I got you back. I'm here. Speaking of subscription, I'm even, kicking around the idea of starting me like a subscription, what's the word? Group, like a group for us to be able to come in and get more intimate, right? Because even on a YouTube live, there's good information, but there's so much more that we can go deeper into. And to do it as a group, I was thinking, creating us a membership so we can have those group sites that only those who are, paying their membership have privilege to this supreme information. So that may be coming your way. But again, I want us to succeed. My goal is to make you become successfully self-employed. That's it. So with that being said, next week on the Friday, that's going to be the last live of the year because both Christmas and New Year's fall on a Friday. So not going to be recording. So come next week with your questions. I'm going to do a final Q&A. Come with all your burning questions on that Friday, and I will be here to answer them live. Regardless of what the question is, I don't care, premium or not, that's going to be my gift to you. I'll probably do it depending on what questions you ask. I may leave it up, I may not. Y'all know, depending on how good the information is. Only those who come live are the ones who privileged to keep it. So have your questions ready. If it pertains to even moving into 2021, whatever it is, have the questions ready because this is going to be the final Q&A of 2020 next Friday, December 18th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So until then, I'm going to sign off. Let nephew say whatever he going to say good night to the family.
Good night, family. Love y'all. Thank you guys for coming out and like the video. And we'll be back next Friday. And yeah.
You said they coming out. They probably sitting at home. So what did they come out to?
What'd you say come out for? I didn't say come out.
You said thank y'all for coming out.
Well, showing up. It's the same
there
thing.
You go, showing up. Okay.
It's the same thing, y'all.
No. Thank you. Thank you, Unc. I appreciate the congratulations. Yes, it was a supreme feeling. If anybody's out there who's procrastinating, has fear, trying to be a perfectionist, trying to think that all these things need to be right before you step out, stop it. Stop it right now. Why? Because if I did that for 10 years, I should have been here 10 years ago. But fear, trying to be perfection, coming down on myself, prevented me from being here. And I was able to do it and do it well, if I may say so myself. Even in paying at least for an entire year, I was able to upgrade my office equipment. Do things new, doing things even more now. So, again, I appreciate the congratulations because it does feel good to be able to do so, to be able to be here and help as many people as I possibly can. So thank you. So outside of that, I guess let me put the end screen so we can go ahead and end this live stream here. So as always, as things there, virtual attendance. I'm just looking to see there. Very information. Thank you everybody for attending. So again, as it says here, follow me on Facebook. If you're not already there, follow me on Facebook. Appreciate it. If you want to see more of my rants, right, make sure you see me on Instagram. And if you're new here to YouTube, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon, and we go from there. Let's see here. Want to make sure I got everything here. Yeah, I think so, right? We're good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's it. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and leave y'all with the thought of the day. Know that we love you. We hope the very best of you, like Uncle Vin says. We hope you are prosperous, have prosperous days. When you wake up with a purpose and do good. All right. So we out. We're going to leave y'all on this.
You make me smile. Seems like the world completely stops when you're near. When you're near. At least for a while. Girl, my cloudy afternoons are so clear.